Power to the people, we back to do maintenance. Yeah, we gonna rock like crack when it came in. Here we are, back again. It's gonna be one of those episodes, man. Last week was cool. This week, it's a little shaky, man. It was a little shaky this week. I don't know, man. I don't know. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. I watched 4 movies. We'll start off with the bad and work our way to the good. So we'll start off with the first movie I watched, which was All Day and a Night. All Day and a Night starring Jeffrey Wright and Ashton Sanders. Ashton Sanders is most notable for the movie Moonlight. And he was also an Equalizer 2. Jeffrey Wright, you should know Jeffrey Wright. You should know who he is. If you don't, man, Google. It's a slew of movies. Man, where can I start? I don't like these sort of films with the likes of films like this. I'm gonna mention films such as Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Poetic Justice, New Jack City. I think I'm done. I think I'm spent. I'm done with those type of movies. You know what I mean? The ones that I do like are the movie Dope. That movie was dope. The mid-90s was a good one. I think Juice and New Jersey Drive. That's it. I think I'm cool. I got those films right there and I'm good. I'm all set, yo. I am all set. But All Day and a Night was a recommendation from somebody. I'm gonna put his name up there too. Like, yo, fam, you told me to watch this movie. Bruce told me to watch this movie. So, checked it out and it's the synopsis, man. 3 kids growing up in the inner city. I'm gonna get the first one out of the way because he didn't last much long. He didn't last long in this movie. He got in and out of here like a robbery, drive-by. He grew up, went to the military, got shot, paralyzed. Boom, that's it. The other 2, they became cool. One of them wanted to be a rapper. The other one, he's grew up to be a street kid. You know what I mean? Those 2 got really tight. They became stick-up kids. The other one, the one kind of graduated from being a stick-up kid to selling drugs. Now, the one that wanted to be a rapper, he's not into that. He was like, "Yo, look, I just want to rap. I don't want to do drugs. Like, I don't want to, I just want to be a rapper, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's all I want to do." The other one graduated, started selling cocaine. He linked up with the gangster. That was his plug. Like, he started to work for him selling, he started making money. He's like, "Yo, look, I'm making money. You might want to get down with me. This is what I got." He's like, "No, I just want to rap. That's what I do. That's what I do. I just rap." Fast forward, the rapper gets a chick pregnant. She, who used to be a jump off, she changed her ways now, settled down with this guy, and now they're expecting a kid. The other guy becomes just anything to get the dough. He becomes slimy. His man, who thought his man, becomes slimy. He's working for a gangster who's fronting, who he's selling the coke for. He gets his man to work for him, not selling drugs, but just to be around. He was just around, and he was like a food tester. For real, because homeboy could chef up. He could really cook. So, that's what he was. The rapper. He was, working for the guy that was like the big time gangster. He started working for him. Not his friend, but the other guy, the older guy. Works for him. So, now growing up, his dad was a cokehead. Jeffrey Wright was a cokehead. So, the rapper, he ends up confronting the drug dealer that was serving his dad. He's like, "Yo, don't sell to my dad no more." When he was younger, they did like a flashback. He's like, "Yo, don't sell to my dad no more." In return, he tells him, listen, fam, get out of my face. You know what I mean? Your dad's my #1 customer. Boom. Now, moving fast forward, he ends up seeing the same guy that told his dad. He remembered his name. He told his dad in his face. He told his dad that, yo, he's my #1 customer. His homeboy, who thought his homeboy, was bringing him in the operation of selling drugs. He ends up killing him, going to jail where his dad was in jail already. His mans violated parole, end up coming to jail, who double-crossed him, tried to kill him. They had a knife fight. He kills him. End of the movie. He ends up in jail with his dad. End of the movie. That's it. On that note, All Day and Night gets 5.5 out of 10. That's it, man. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to watch it again. I'm sick of watching these type of movies, to be honest with you. Like, enough is enough. That's it, yo. Moving right along to A Good Woman Is Hard to Find. I know that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie, but it isn't. I wouldn't dare be reviewing a Tyler Perry movie. Negative. Nah. It's not the channel for that. I'm definitely not reviewing a Tyler Perry movie. This is a UK movie starring Sarah Bolger. She is in the movies Lazarus Effect and Spiderwick Chronicles. Yeah, Spiderwick Chronicles. So, her husband dies. She has 2 kids. Her husband dies, gets murdered right in front of one of her kids, the boy, and she's trying to find out what happened because it just gets swept under the rug. So she comes to find out her husband wasn't as innocent as she thought he was. He was a drug dealer. The mom knew he was a drug dealer. She's starting to hear that, that narrative being painted like he was a drug dealer. She just don't believe it. A guy running down the street being chased by some henchmen comes into her house. When she's coming into her house, is like bumped into her, like, yo, look, let me stay here for a couple of hours. I'll be out of your hair in a few. I'm out. That happens. He comes back like, look, this is about to be the stash house. Like, I need to stash these drugs here, and I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna give you your cut, and that's what we're gonna do until I move all these drugs. I think he said like a week or so. She's like, no. He's like, look, I'm telling you. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Boom. So he stashed the drug there. Comes back. Her son ends up getting in the drugs, and he does a KG rendition with the cocaine. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? The whole shebang all over the bathroom. She's panicking. Homeboy comes back for his work. He sees what happened to it. He started telling her, look, I need money. I need something to compensate. Like, what's up? So he starts choking her, sexually assaulting her. They tussling. He was about to rape her. She gets a knife, stabs him up, kills him. Dead as a doornail. Now she's trying to figure out how I'm gonna get rid of his body. She starts chopping up the body with like a battle axe and a hacksaw. Chopping up the body limb from limb. She like spreads it all across the city in different dumpsters. Now the guy that's looking for the drugs that he's working for, like the guy that he's like the gangster is looking for the guy that stole the drugs from him. Boom. So he ends up going to the hospital where her son is being evaluated because he can't talk. Like, he stopped talking. He became a mute ever since that trauma. Watching his dad get killed, he's a mute. So the guy ends up hearing the name. The gangster ends up hearing the name of the guy that she murdered. Ends up hearing his name from the daughter. The daughter says his name. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow you now. So he's on her heels. He ends up tracking her down to her spot. He's up confronting her, and immediately when the son sees this gangster, he runs. He darts. And she's wondering, like, what's going on? Come to find out, he was the guy who killed her husband. Bingo. The guy now wants, he's like, yo, look, I know you know him. He calls him the boyfriend. He's like, listen, I know you know where your little boyfriend is at. Listen, I need my money, my drugs. What are we gonna do? She sets up the meeting. And says, yo, all right, cool. Him and I, we're gonna meet you at your spot an hour from now. We're gonna meet up. So they meet up. She goes in there. He's wondering like where the guy is. She has a duffel bag with his decapitated head inside of it. Shows him. He laughs. Like, yo, it don't matter. Now I know why I haven't seen him in a while, but I need my money, need my drugs. She reaches in the bag, in the decapitated head, pulls out a blicky, bang, 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 shoots them dead. End of the story. Bingo. She got revenge on the guy who murdered her husband. That's it. So, a good woman is hard to find, gets a 6. Now, for the good movies. Justice League Dark Apokolips War is a good one. It's a sequel to the 2017 Justice League Dark. So this is like, it revolves around Constantine. Like, Constantine is the main character in this movie, for sure. Justice League sets up, they have a plan to take over, to kill Darkseid, basically. They want to kill Darkseid, they're sick of it on his plan. They're like, yo, I know where he's at. We're going to take him out. So they go to the planet. Everybody dies. Besides, I think, a few, like 10 of them. 10 of them lived. But Darkseid had a drop on them. He already knew they were coming to the planet. It was a setup. The whole time it was a setup. Complete massacre. So, Superman, Raven, Constantine, Shazam, Damian. I think those are the only ones that were able to make it. Everybody else was either held captive by Darkseid or he killed them. Batman was one of the ones that were held captive. He starts controlling Batman, like has some mind control over him. So they end up working with the Suicide Squad and Lex Luthor to go conjure another plan and go back on the planet and kill Darkseid once and for all. They end up, Triton, Raven's dad, ends up helping. Harley Quinn. Constantine ends up, he ends up saving the day, in a sense. Ends up saving the day. End of the movie, Flash. He was held captive too. Flash had to go back and reverse everything. Just like Flashpoint. I don't know if people seen Flashpoint, but yes. Flash had to go back and reverse everything to bring everybody back to life that died. So, it's an animated movie. Go check it out. 7.5 out of 10 is Justice League Dark Apokolips War. Now, last but not least, drum roll. Ran. The 1985 samurai film, the Japanese samurai film, Ran. Check it out. Check this one out. An old guy, it's a synopsis, an old guy ends up stepping down. He gives everything to his sons, like, yo, y'all can take care of everything. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm going to give everything to y'all. You know, follow my footsteps, basically. Boom. They end up treating him like an outcast, man. They curve him. They treat him like a leper. I mean, they basically, all of them, except for one, it was like, yo, pardon my back. They all told him that, like, kick rocks. They even tried to kill him. One of his sons tried to kill him. They end up trying to kill each other. They going at a war with each other. One of his sons ends up meeting the chick, and the chick ends up telling him, look, he's married, by the way. Crazy. She is telling him, look, you gotta kill your wife so I can be with you. She ends up manipulating him just because she can get back at his dad. Because his dad killed her parents and her village and took over the castle. So she's on this revenge thing. So he's betraying his dad. They're all like fighting one another. One of his sons end up rescuing his dad, which we thought, but he ends up getting killed by one of the soldiers from his son's like crew. Ends up killing him. The dad is out and about, like just wandering like a sick dog. You know what I mean? He lost his mind. He's back and forth between reality and fantasy. Like the movie's shot well though. Like this movie right here is shot well. To be a film that's 1985, I was in awe. It certainly didn't look like it. Like the quality was A1. I think movies nowadays are suffering from the CGI syndrome. Like they just want to throw a green screen up and voila. But this was acting. You know what I mean? I think that's why they got it right, because it's all acting. You know what I mean? There's no special effects. But shot well, the story's dope. The ending. Oh yeah, the ending. So one of the sons, the son and the dad died. Like the dad died because he saw the son die. So I think he had a heart attack or something. He lost his mind completely, had a heart attack and died. A heart attack or a stroke. He just bit the dust. Like bit the dust. But I do recommend everybody go check out the movie Ran. It gets an 8 out of 10. So that's my list. Ran, samurai Japanese flick, 8 out of 10. Justice League Dark Apokolips War gets a 7.5 out of 10. A Good Woman Hard to Find gets... A Good Woman is Hard to Find gets a 6 out of 10. And last but not least, All Day and a Night gets a 5.5 out of 10. That's my wrap up for this week. Tune in next week. Be back for some more movies to review. Until then, like, share, subscribe. Paw my back. Salute.